And now, joining us live from Ogun State is a public affairs analyst, Dr. Shola Adeosun. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, the previous administration ended with debt, and now the new administration is starting with debt. Despite the country's debt profile, the World Bank has approved another $500 million to help Nigeria drive women's empowerment. What do you make of this?
Thank you. Remember, this is not the first time. In 2018, World Bank approved similar loan, that is to the tune of $100 million for the same program. And from their analysis and explanation given, they said it has thrived very, very well in about 6 states of the Federation. But my own research revealed that the policy is fantastic, but the target group that is expected to benefit from this group have not been able to have access to this loan we're talking about. And so the question now is that why is World Bank keep approving loan without finding out whether the reason why this loan is being approved is achieving the desired objective? Secondly, why can't we look for a way of making sure that this loan is getting to the target people that is actually meant to maybe help in the aspect of a good life, empowerment in terms of economic empowerment? Why can't we find out what have we done in the past in relating to this program? Has it yielded fruitful results? What can we do in order to make it yield fruitful results? For example, you cannot plan for people and say you are planning with people. There is a difference between planning with people and planning for people. Who are these target audience? What bank meant well for this target group? But the money is getting to our government, and this government that's supposed to allow this money to get to the target audience are diverting the money to people whom they have selected on their own to empower. In that situation, the policies are fantastic, but implementation is not the best. Maybe I will advise that there is need to find the best way of identifying the real target audience that this program is meant for. I want to commend World Bank for coming up with this fantastic project, but we still need to move ahead to see whether these people that are supposed to benefit from this program are the actual people that are benefiting from it. So we need to look into this aspect. So until the right target group that this money is meant for and this program is meant for are having direct benefit from this program, that is where we can begin to commend World Bank. But for now, the number of target group that this money is meant for, that this program is meant for, have not been able to benefit from this program. So I want to advise that there must be a way of evaluating the performance of this program to see whether we are actually making progress in terms of empowering people. We talk about vulnerable group, we talk about poor people, we talk about creating small group in order to make sure that they have financial capability to compete favorably in terms of gender equality. But I must confess from my own research, we still have a long way to go in this country. For example, during the last administration in this state, the nuclear monsoon actually planned and pursued this money. When it came...
But seriously, I mean, do you see an hand in sight with regards to the loan Nigerian government has acquired so far? Do you see an hand coming soon?
I don't see an end to it, because the last government came and the story has been that there is no money and they must function. And without money, no government can function. now the same administration with the hope that things will be better. But the way I'm looking at it, in terms of fuel subsidy removal, in terms of planning to increase tariff in the electricity, I don't think we still have to get over all this problem. There, as time goes on, they will still tell us that there is need to borrow money. Actually, there is no countries in the world that have not been borrowing money. But what have they been doing with the money? That is the issue. In all the money we have been borrowing as a country, what do we have to justify that we invested it appropriately and is yielding fruitful result? In the part of World Bank, before money can be borrowed or given out to any country, there must be a way of finding out whether they are borrowing this money genuinely for the development and growth of the country or not. And we even worry about how long will it take a country to pay back the money they borrow. At times they will spread it within the period of 25 years. And that is the same problem we are having at this current generation. The generation before us that borrow money, spanning to the about 20 years, 30 years. Now, those
okay, Dr. Shola, Dr. Shola, what would be your advice now to the government on borrowings? I mean, any alternative or any other way, any other means that the government can do on borrowing?
One, this administration to me is too early to begin to condemn or comment too much. But one, fuel subsidy has been removed. Where and now are they going to invest the money from the removal of oil subsidy? Secondly, we want to increase tariff on electricity. How do we show that whatever that is coming from that will be judiciously spent in order to bring about development and growth for this country? What we need is to look inward in the first place to make sure that all the industry that have been that's already dead in this country, we revive them. To foreign investors, we need to create a conducive environment as a nation where there is adequate security for them to come and invest in Nigeria. And most of the companies that are purely government organizations, there is need for public-private partnership. If we do all this with sincerity of purpose and the fear of God in the part of our government, then we will begin to see the dividends of democracy, we will begin to achieve growth and development that we desire.
All right, thank you very much for your time. And that was Dr. Shola, a public affairs analyst.